So what makes Atlantic City particularly vulnerable is that there's a lot of folks that live below the poverty line. That tide gauge has been in working for over 100 years, established in around 1910. And since then, sea level has risen about 1.5 feet over that time. So if you can think of sea level rising, the water's got to go somewhere. Because of that and combinations with more intense storms, more precipitation, we're seeing a lot of more flooding, especially in the back barrier sections. Thing is, we're going to see more flooding as we see sea level rising too, and those floods, what now may be what we call nuisance flooding, will turn into regular flooding. As you can see, most of the back barriers are flooded at that time. That's going to be persistent flooding. So people they won't be moving their cars, they'll be moving their homes.
I know. Come on.
So walk.
Okay, I'm walking with you. Flooding, it is a constant problem. Like, as you can see, the water still hasn't evaporated from the other night. The whole piece will be all flooded now. Can't drink outside, all muddy, and then it stays like that because, as you see,
many a times I've thought about maybe moving more inland. Right here in Atlantic City, I think it's only a 48 block island. And so, yes, it can be kind of scary when the water rises. I remember the last flood we had, the water came all the way up to the top of my stairs. So it can be very scary.
It just comes through the streets that you don't really see too much. Sometimes you might see a little bit come up back here.
yeah.
We're kind of higher. Look, stand up here. Look at the water. Come on.
Let's stand you up.
Oh. Yeah. When people think of Atlantic City, I think they think city and casinos, but this part of Atlantic City is very just tightly knit, and we're a nice little neighborhood, and it's kind of off the beaten path, which I love about it. But I also love that I'm so close to the beach and I have access to whatever I need to do. So I just love it here.
It's a great place to be. And we have such a thriving community that we want to do everything we can to keep it intact.
The idea is to really fortify and armor all of Absecon Island, not just Atlantic City. And there's a significant effort to do that. Over $100 million is being spent right now on seawalls, pump stations, bulkheads, and similar capital projects. Atlantic City is a $7 billion a year economic engine, not just for Atlantic City or Atlantic County, but for all of South Jersey.